Good morning. How's everybody today? I'm making baked beans with ground beef today. So I hope y'all enjoy. I'm going to be cutting up a cantaloupe also. So the first thing I did is I have my oven preheating at 350. I have my ground beef on, so I'm going to cut up my onion and green pepper right now. And then I'm doing my bacon to chop up. So let me show you my cheat hack on how I do my bacon. I get a paper plate, fold a piece of paper towel, lay my bacon on it, cover it with a piece of paper towel. So right now I put it on for about a minute 30 seconds. I'm gonna flip it. Just like that. I'm gonna cover it up again. And then I have one of these microwave splash guards. Put it on for about another minute 30. Actually, I will do a minute because I like to do intervals and then I check on them. So now I'm going to chop up my bell pepper and onions so I could get it in cooking with the meat. And then when I'm done making the food, I already have a hamburger here. I'm going to cook in a grill pan I pulled out from my husband. I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies and put some cinnamon toast crunch icing on top. That's what he likes. So you can tell I love to cook. Love this little hatchet. No problem chopping. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I've literally already went out and stopped at the store and had a delivery sent over. I don't know about you, but I don't like the little green parts of the bell pepper, so I try to trim them out. And I literally have like 4 nice little sections of bell pepper I'm going to chop up now. Check on the bacon. See where we're at. Still got a little bit longer to go. I just love cooking it this way. My husband don't, but no mess, no fuss. I literally just throw the plates away and I don't have no dishes to clean. And that's why I started out at a minute 30 and then I do intervals of a minute and then I'll cut down to like 30 seconds because I don't want to overdo them, but I want them a little crispy. And they are thick cut bacon. Okay, so let's get these peppers going. I have pulled my meat off of the burner for now until I get the onions and the peppers done. The recipe that I watched with this basically They said they like bell peppers, but their kids didn't. So I want to put the bell peppers in it. And they don't have to be completely softened in with the ground beef because they're going to go in the oven for a minute. I've been wanting to try this recipe for the longest time. So we'll see how it turns out. I try to go fast, but I am accident prone, so I had to love my fingers. I actually have another hatchet that's even, or cleaver, I'm sorry, I'm saying hatchet, bigger than this one, but I definitely don't want to lose a finger with that one. And getting to the last two, then I'll add them to my ground meat, and then I'll do my onion real quick. This knife is sharp and it does do the work. So, like I said, I try to rush, but at the same time, I love my fingers, so gotta be careful. I don't know about any of you, but I've just got to where I'd really rather cook my own stuff than go out because of a lot of stuff I see on videos about restaurants and how they don't clean under their like drink fountains and etc, and it just grosses me out. And I feel like if I do my own food and experiment and enjoy it, then I'm not only going to get healthy but safe food. So we very rarely go out to eat, and that goes for anywhere. It could be a bar, you know, you don't know if their ice machines are clean back behind the counter where they're getting ice to put in your cups. You just don't know anymore, and I don't trust anybody. But I'm a nurse too, so it comes with the territory. Sanitation, safety. So that didn't take very long at all. My bell peppers are chopped up. Move these to the side. Now I'll get my onion out. Just to show you, I already have my ground beef started. I love these things. So I'm going to flip my meat first. Because I already had it pre-cooking, I just literally moved it off of the burner. Because I said, oh man, I Gotta put the onion in. Sometimes first thing in the morning, you're not awake, gotta pay attention. And since that's been sitting there, I am going to add a little more seasoning. I like my meat well seasoned. So we're gonna go in with some garlic powder first. I don't measure, even if recipes tell me seasoning, it's up to you how you want it to taste. And of course, onion powder. My new favorite one. And a little touch of Lawry's, best garlic salt there is. If you're gonna use garlic salt, use Lawry's. All right, so let's get these green peppers in there. And I'm going to go in with the onion that I already chopped. But I'm going to do some more onion. Just want to get it started cooking again. And I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Let me show you how it's looking here. Oh yeah. There you go. For my cookies, I have 1 egg and a stick of butter already sitting out to melt. It's one step I always seem to forget about when I'm going to make the cookies is to leave the butter out to get softened. And I think the egg at room temp would be the best. Like I said, this knife is super sharp, but boy, it does the job. Just gotta take your time and pay attention to what you're doing. This makes chopping so simple. I also got one of them new choppers from TikTok, and boy, I love that too. But this just isn't enough to use that right now to pull that out and dirty it, so I made some kind of potato chips, the wavies. Oh man, my husband tore them up. I didn't even get a second helping. I think I'll do one more piece of onion. Even though I have onion powder too. Let's see if I could. No. Okay. Put this back in the fridge. Get it out of my way. I don't know about you, but I definitely like to clean as I go because I hate having to keep doing dishes. I have a dishwasher, but I've lived in this place for 21 years, and over time something had happened to the dishwasher. We checked the line. We ended up getting a brand new one. No matter what we did, it kept filling up with water, and we just said, heck on it. Wasn't worth it, you know. You're trying to save money. Why spend money? You could do them by hand. Hate it, but at the same time, it's part of life. What did the pioneers do? They didn't have a dishwasher. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. Two of my favorite people in the world is Brenda Gant. I don't know if you guys ever heard of her. She went viral on Facebook for making homemade biscuits. And my other all-time favorite person in the world to watch is the Pioneer Woman. So, like I said, I love to cook. Okay, so I'm going to leave my cutting board here because I have to chop up a melon for my husband. That's going to be fun. Okay, so now I'm going to check on this ground meat. Give it a stir. Try to start chopping everything together. Alright, so now I'm gonna start chopping it. Let's see if I can bring it over here to watch. I have to place high enough up for y'all to see. Here we go. You may fall down, I don't know. I got you up there for the moment. Still kind of new to all this, so I take the simple ways for everything. No muss, no fuss is how they say. Again, like I said, I love this chopper. Especially when you make tacos and tortillas. Oh my. Simplest way to get in there and get all this meat broken up. Now this is 80-20, but I did mix some. I think it was 93-7 in here. Alright, so I'm going to leave that sit for a moment and try to get it cooked more before I continue to try to chop it. And again, my oven is on preheated already at 350 for this, which is going to cook, I believe, about an hour. And then I will do my cookies whenever my butter is melted. So now I'm going to bring it back over here, and we are going to get the bacon back out. See where we're at. So there we go. Starting to look really good. I think maybe about a flip it again, maybe another 30 seconds or so. I don't want it like super crunchy, but just a little bit crunchy. So we'll do 30 more seconds. Clean this out for right now. Does anybody else have a gnat problem? Everybody told me they have them everywhere. I know you bring them in from the store when you get fruit and veggies. But what I do is, I love this stuff. I buy this from the Dollar Tree and I spray it in my drains, and it really helps keep them at bay. Alright, so I did another 30 seconds. I think that looks pretty good. They still seem just a smidge soft. So I may do 30 more because I really don't want them soft to put them in. They're supposed to kind of be like bacon bits. Like I said, I always believe it's intervals. It's easier doing intervals because you don't overdo it. You can always adjust it, but you don't overdo it. It's nice to get started first thing in the morning, especially on these hot summer days. Another thing I love is this Dawn Power Wash, and this is a limited fragrance, and they smell so good. I just love them. Alrighty, get some on my wash rag, so wipe my surfaces. I think that's good enough. So I'm going to leave this sit for a minute. And then let me show you a new pan I got at the dollar store. I believe it was Dollar General. These are awesome to make burgers in if you don't feel like cooking outside. So I'm just gonna give it a quick little wipe off, because I know my husband used one already and he loved it. Went to buy one, I had two stuck together. And that is how I'm gonna make his burger. And I got some new season I want to try that I'll probably put on the burger to make him feel like I smoked it and cooked it outside. Look at that. I got this at a bread store. Alright, so let's check his meat. All right, I'm gonna try to drain some of this juice out without losing my meat. I don't know if you can see. Try to adjust this for you a little. There you go. I'm just going to tip it in the sink and try not to lose any of my meat and stuff. I do not like it cooked in fat for certain meals, especially when you're making baked beans. Try not to lose my bell peppers and onions here. Just pushing it all down so it don't keep falling. Then I know there's still a little in there, but I'm gonna add water, and I'll literally try to rinse it. Rinse that meat so it's not sitting in that fat, and help it to get rid of the rest of that juice I need to get out of here. So I'm gonna push it all together. I hope you can see how I'm doing that with the spatula, trying to get it all together. Heavy pan. All right, I think I got enough of it out to where the rest will cook off. So you can basically see how the meat's looking. I didn't lose too many peppers or onions, so I think it worked out pretty well. So this is basically what it looks like now. So I'll turn down the temp just a little, and I'm going to go back in with my cutter one more time, my chopper. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end. So let me show you what it looks like. All chopped up. Now I'm gonna let that slow cook a minute. And while it's slow cooking, we're gonna move this aside for a moment. I am going to now get a pan. I gotta decide what pan I want to put it in. I gotta get a bowl and mix all my ingredients first. I wish I had a flavored one, but I'm going with this. Would have been better to have a flavored one, but what are you gonna do? All right, cans are open. Let me find a bowl. rinse this out. I got a real big one. Probably saying, ew, gross, she's using that same wash dryer. Well, guess what? It is perfectly clean. I just literally took my other one downstairs in the laundry. This one is brand new, pulled out, clean. There you go, clean. All right. So I'm gonna dump these green beans in, or, oh my gosh, baked beans. I told you it was too early in the morning. Too early in the morning. And I like to rinse my cans. I don't like to throw them away with anything sitting in them to attract anything. I rinse the lids. If it's something real stinky, vinegar. Spray vinegar, like if it's fish in a can. Vinegar will definitely help so no critters get in your trash. So I rinse it well and then spray it with vinegar. Then I throw it away. Alright, get these out of the way. Now we're going to get the ground meat. We're going to mix that in here. So let me grab a big spoon, which I think my husband dirtied it. Of course he did. Don't need these. So let's wash this real quick here. He ate ice cream. He is definitely a muncher at nighttime. I don't know how he does it. He works out all the time. He's so fit and he just can eat anything he wants. All right, here we go. Kind of let some of that juice drain in there. I can't wait to try this, I'll be honest. I used a lot of ground meat. I probably didn't need to. I wanted it to kind of be more than the beans, I guess. We're getting there. A couple more spoonfuls. And really, like I said, there was hardly any juice left in here. I pretty much got it all when I drained it. I am kind of a perfectionist, so forgive me. And as you see, no juice. And now we're gonna get our Worcestershire sauce. I usually buy the better one, but hey, nowadays you can't really be picky what you buy. Prices are so high on everything. Certain things I will not use generic. Call for about 2 tablespoons, so I'm just kind of shaking it in. Yellow mustard. Again, just squirt some on. I don't measure. Ketchup. Different recipes call for different quantities. I'm just kind of mixing it like I said. And then I'll decide if I need more or not. I think that's good. And then I already pulled out a 1/3 cup of regular white sugar. I don't know why we need white sugar, to be honest. I even actually think that's too much for what I want. Then it calls for 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Now this I know makes it, so I will pack this and just put a liberal amount in here. There. That's that. I got this brown sugar at Sam's. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's literally a 7-pound bag. And I use a lot because I make my own barbecue sauce, which you should see my video with that. But it never gets hard. I just keep it in one of my cupboards. All right, here we go. Let's start mixing this all together. So I use a little less than a 1/3 cup of white sugar. Not anybody remember what we forgot? I really didn't forget, but I'm getting there. Gotta get our bacon. We need our bacon. And it is crispy now. I'm just dabbing off that extra grease. Look at that. Bet I could throw it right away. No muss, no fuss. Let's get this bacon chopped up. Some people chopped it so little and they hardly had any to put it in. And I just feel like I want enough to mix through so someone gets a bite of it. There's one chopped up. In we go. Okay. There's my second piece. I'll show you this in 1 second. And I think that is broken up quite enough that it will spread through the mixture. All right. Put this back over here so you guys can see. And I will rinse my board because that napkin does come off. All right, so now I hope you're able to see it. Mix this thoroughly. It's all mixing so nice. Oh my goodness. Ooh. And because I do like making stuff my own, I am going to add a little more of my seasonings. But I'm going to add two secret ingredients. I'm going to add a little bit of ranch dressing and a little bit of wood-fired garlic. Be like they cooked outside. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of that on my husband's burger too. Sorry, I had to open this. So I'm gonna put a little of that on his burger. Because I'm gonna get that cooking in 1 second here. Get that pan screaming hot. All right, so I'm gonna go back in here with a little bit more garlic powder. Just a little bit. Lawry's garlic salt. You don't need too much of that. It's too potent. And again, I like Kinder's buttery garlic and herbs, so a little bit more of that. And last but not least, I think I'm going to do a little bit more Worcestershire. And one more last thing to make it mine. Have to use a little bit of homemade barbecue sauce. That will really top it off. Yum. I gotta clean this because husband never wipes it. Makes the lid hard and goodness gracious. That'll go in nice. And here we go. I don't know about you, but my man is Messy Morbin. Love him, but forever cleaning behind him. And I have OCD, not very good. All right. I think I'm gonna try this and see if this will fit in here. It really don't look like it will, but we shall see. We shall see. All right. I'm gonna kind of pour it. Guess I'll give it one last stir since I added more stuff. I have a little kitchen, but I make it work. That's why I clean as I go. Make sure the water's out. Clean as you go. All right, let's see where we're at. Good to the last drop. And spread this out. So it just fit. Just fit. Just kind of push it to the sides, make sure all the spaces are filled in. There we go. So literally just made it. And it looks pretty dang good. Alrighty then. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So now you got a good laugh for today. Okay. So here we go. Now we're going to get it in the oven. 350 for an hour. Oh, can you see it? Yeah. Actually, I want to put it on a baking sheet. So before it even gets hot, So I do not want no juices leaking out of there, for sure. There we go. All right, let's see where my grill pan is to make this burger real quick. Oh yeah, it's smoking. So we're gonna slap this burger on. Come on with me. All right, there you go. Smoking. And yeah, sizzle, sizzle. Look at that. So I'm gonna leave that sit for a minute. When you put your mind to stuff, you could do so much so quick. It's amazing. You just got to be organized. So I will come back on and make a short video showing you the outcome of the burger and the outcome of the baked beans with ground meat. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Bye.